Hello, everybody. It's JBass11711, and it has been brought to my attention a list of questions. Here in front of me, I have a list of 10 questions, and they are about the Blerd community and different concerns and different problems within the Blerd community that pretty much need to be or should be addressed. So, without a further ado, let's jump right into it, shall we? Now, before I do, I will first point out that I am speaking solely from my experiences and my experiences only from within the Blerd community. Everybody's experiences may be different, but I'm solely speaking on my experiences only. Now that we have that out the way, let's jump right into it. Okay, so first question, identity and beginning. When did you first start identifying as a Blerd, and what did that label mean to you at the time? So, I stumbled I stumbled upon the term blurred, I want to say accidentally, somewhere pre pandemic ish, I would say. Maybe within, I don't know, 2016, maybe around that era. And I think it was around the same time I ran into BlerdCon because I didn't know what any of that stuff meant at the time. I didn't know what blurred or blurredcon meant. I'm just like, wait, blurred, what does that mean? Like blurred something out? And then the more I started looking it up on Instagram, I was like, oh, it means black nerd. And I'm like, wait, I'm black. I'm a nerd. So I guess I'm a blerd. Yay. Because, back in the day when, we used to like stuff like anime and Dragon Ball Z and the Naruto run, we would get ridiculed and bullied and laughed at and talked about and all this other stuff and picked on so much. And now times have changed where fast forward many years later, now our own bullies that used to bully us, now they like Dragon Ball Z and doing the Naruto run, and they think all this stuff is cool. It's like, oh yeah, now it's cool, yeah. So, yep, times have definitely changed, but I started, I guess, identifying as a blerd when I found out what the definition for it was. I'm like, oh, it means black nerd. I'm like, oh, I'm black, I'm a nerd. I guess I'm a blerd. I'm just like, wait, we have a term for it? Cool, we actually have a term for it. But deep down, um, me personally, I don't really care for labels. I just see myself as a cosplayer. Like, and I just believe it don't matter if you're black or whatever race you are. Um, Cosplayer is cosplayer. Cosplay is cosplay. Um, no need to really put a label on it. We're all cosplayers, honestly. So that's how I feel about it. The only time I do use the term blurred mainly is when I'm like using it for a hashtag or for a post within the blurred community. But other than that, I don't really care for labels. I just see myself as a cosplayer. That's simple. So yep. Next question: feeling accepted. Did the blurred community ever make you feel seen or accepted in a way other spaces didn't? I would say yes to a certain degree. Yes and no. Yes, as far as like uh, being able to have a huge community under one roof, I should say, that has a whole huge world of people kind of like myself who has similar interests and who are extremely talented, extremely amazing at what they do, and just certain similar likings, and we're all under one roof. That's freaking amazing. For example, like when I went to BlerdCon, I went to two BlerdCons so far back to back. I went to two BlerdCons, and I've always had a blast at each and every one, despite that convention having a lot of bugs that need to be worked out. I've always had a blast at BlerdCons. Um, Being under one roof, seeing so many beautiful chocolate people, talented chocolate people under one roof, it did feel amazing. And I definitely want to branch out more and go to cons like Momo and Dragon Con to really get to see a lot more of a lot more blurs that I've always wanted to meet, or who are actually wanting to meet me and stuff. So, but yeah, in ways it didn't seem like it made me feel accepted. I would say I would say in the realm of like popularity, because I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like this whole community as a whole, it's been kind of feeling like it's been feeling like a popularity contest a bit, quite a lot more, and I don't know. It's one of those things where when it comes to the Blerd community, like because of that, I have like a pretty small circle of Blerds that are like that are like really cool with me. Like we have the same interests, even with the problems of the community, and we kind of stick together a lot more. We talk to each other and support each other a lot more compared to the other Blerds. And I've noticed too that outside of the Blerd community, a lot more uh, non African American or non black the non black demographic seem to seem to support me far more. They seem to show me a crap ton of love far more than the Blerd community has ever did. I know that sounds crazy to say this, um, but from my experience, yeah, it's crazy because one day I went into my demographics on Instagram to see for myself, and I noticed that it was a massive amount of white cosplayers that support and showed me a lot more love and attention compared to the African American demographic or the black demographic, and I'm like, wow, that really raised some concerns for me to actually look at that with my own eyes. So definitely something to think about. But that definitely opened my eyes. But either way, I feel like in some way, shape, or form, I'm accepted in pretty much all of the or predominantly most of the cosplay realm, even though I'm not as popular as big. Let's see, feeling. Wait, did I do this one? Oh, I did that one. Let's see, what's the next question? Number 3. Love for nerd culture. What were some fandoms or interests that connected you to the Blerd community? Definitely knowing that it's a lot more people that's just like me who have interest in anything from gaming to anime to Marvel characters to DC characters, and even wanting to build them. Um, and a huge one is the fandom in the build quality of the cosplays, knowing that wow, somebody actually crafted that with EVA foam, and I'm like, wow, like that inspired me to want to craft with EVA foam and build the costume too, like stuff like that, like having not just interest, having similar interests not only in just the fandom but also in the build materials and the build styles too, which is pretty cool, and just putting our own flavor and our own spin to our creations. Let's see, what's another one? Question number 4. First sign something changed. When did you start noticing issues or feelings or feeling uncomfortable in the community? A big one is when I first noticed that the community started feeling like a huge popularity contest. That was a big one for me, and it will put a lot of us lower tiered cosplayers in a chokehold. Like for example, like if there's a character that just came out and we want to cosplay it, the higher tier goddesses of the cosplaying realm would like cosplay them like 0.2 seconds after the anime or after the character been revealed, and it's like, well, dang, like we kind of wanted to do that cosplay too, and they got like billions and jillions of views off of it, and we're just like, dang, oh, they beat me to it. What's the point of dressing up as that character when they done jumped on it so fast, and they got like billions of views, and it's like when we finally get around to doing it, we don't get as much love and attention, and it's like, well, there goes that. um, I would say another sign of something changed is just overall the entitled attitudes of some of the cosplayers. Like, I don't know, it feels like they have like this high tier uh, goddess cosplay goddess celebrity from Atlanta, Georgia, with a entitled attitude type Hollywood douchebag type attitude. I don't know, attitude kind of. It's kind of like that. It's another example. It kind of feels like you're back at school. Like you have the popular kids table, you have the jocks, you have the rich kids, you have these type of kids. You know, if the community feels like all these different tables, and you pretty much just gotta fit in where you fit in. That's kind of how I see it. And it's like when you want to finally branch out and be like and go to that popular kids table and be like, hey, my name's so and so, nice to meet you, I love your work. And I don't know, in my experience, it just feels like they're like, oh, thank you, okay, shoo, you know, we're kind of busy right now. We're talking to people who have, you know, billions of views like we do. Um, you know, thank you. Now run along now, and it's like, dang, sheesh, like okay. It's almost like meeting your favorite celebrity, and when you go to finally get their autograph or shake their hand, they're like, yeah, shoo, hang on, I'm busy right now, and it's like, dang, like sheesh, what's with the entitled attitude, like. That's how that's from my experience of how I feel the first signs something changed. It's just the whole attitude, just the whole entitled goddess type attitude. Um, the whole numbers game, like letting the numbers and the fame kind of go to their heads. Some of these cosplayers, it just, eh, and then the whole thing where it's making it seem like a huge popularity contest, like do it pushing the content out for clout, trying to do it first before everybody else. Just I don't know. It kind of feels like it's stepping on the more underrated cosplayers like myself and some others. Because some of us, we don't have it like that. Like we can't. Some of us can't make a video of us sneezing and get billions of views. Some of us can't do that. Some of us don't have sexy, hot, smoking bodies like some of these other goddesses from the south have. Some of these other cosplay chocolate beauties, like some of us don't have it like that. Like so, you know. But again, that's my take on it. Let's see. Speaking of, did you ever feel like you couldn't express certain opinions within a community? Yes. Pretty much the topics that I just talked about. I feel like I couldn't really discuss them because, discuss them because I don't know. I feel like if I do, I would be ridiculed and called a hater or, oh, you're just trying to bring down the black community. You're just trying to bring black people down. So I just keep it to myself. I'm just like, what's the point of me even saying something when somebody's gonna get offended? Somebody's gonna. I just don't have the time, so I just keep it to myself. Stereotypes or labels. Have you ever been labeled or misunderstood for criticizing something in the Blerd community? Uh, I would say again, but with this question, I would say no because I haven't um addressed it out loud on my page. I'll just talk about it with like certain blurs that I'm really good friends with, really close friends with. But other than that, they pretty much agree with me. And a lot of them just don't really speak out about it because we're gonna be probably labeled a hater or you're bringing down the black community, you know. And we just don't feel like arguing. Let's see. Decision to leave. Was there a specific moment that made you decide to distance yourself from the community? Um, okay, so for first and foremost, I never left the community. I don't have no intention to leaving the community. I'm always gonna be in it in some way, shape, or form, whether if it's through hashtags or through collabs, or going to BlerdCon or going to Momo or DragonCon. I'm always gonna be in it some way, shape, or form. It may not be as out there or as known, but I'm gonna be in it some way, shape, or form. Life after leaving. After stepping away from the Blerd community, how did your relationship with nerd culture change? Again, I haven't left the community. I have stepped away from it though. Have kind of backed off from a bit because I did feel it was just a huge popularity contest. It was more for people who were top tier, who were goddesses and some gods too. I just felt like it was more for people who were probably more attractive and more good looking, and I'm just like, I just felt like I was wasting my time. I'm like, I have this attitude like I'm probably never gonna get to, their level of popularity, or nobody's really gonna pay attention to my hard work and stuff. And So I just continued doing my own thing, but I'm always gonna be in the Blerd community in some way, shape, or form. It's just not gonna be as well known, but but other than that, I pretty much just do my own thing now and try not to let the numbers or the popularity, get to me. Let's see. Looking back, do you think the Blerd community can improve or evolve? If so, how? Yes, definitely. I believe it can improve. The first thing we should start off with is definitely gotta get rid of the entitlement attitude. Like it shouldn't be like how it was back in high school where you had all these tables and you had the the queens, the kings, the popular kids, the poor kids, the uh, the nerds, the geeks, the quiet kids, the music. It shouldn't have to be all that. We should be one family. It should be all equal, labeled as one huge big family. It shouldn't be no I mean I get it. Obviously you're gonna have people that are very popular, very gonna have billions and billions of views and all that good stuff and very attractive. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is the whole entitlement attitude that gotta stop. Like yeah, some of these cosplayers, y'all gotta stop letting the power, the fame, and the popularity go to your heads. That's what I'm trying to get at. Um, yeah, another one is definitely we gotta support our fellows more. I get it. Some of us, like myself, we don't have big old abs or pecs or big hulking muscles. Some of us, we come in all different shapes and sizes, just like our females, our Blerd queens out there. A lot of us is built different shapes and sizes. Some of us are heavier, some of us are skinnier. We all have different shapes, different body types, different builds, different skin shades. Um, yeah, but at the end of the day, we're all Blerds. We all should be equal. We all should be one. We all should be supporting each other fairly. And I'm not gonna lie, I do struggle with this one a bit, especially supporting some of our Blerd males, because from my experience, when I do, they just kind of give off this entitled attitude of like for example, it was if I was to do like a collab, which I had permission from them to do. I would work real hard on making this collab, and then when I finally go to show them, uh, they would like it, but that's it. And I'm just like, um, cool. At least they liked it, but deep down, I'm just like, dang, like I didn't get no, yo, bro, that was awesome, great job, bro. Like I really appreciate that, bro. Good looks. I'm just like, dang, I don't get none of that. Like, I do a few times, like with stories, like I would share their story, and they would do that. So that's good. But most of the times, I usually would get an entitlement feedback. So it's been a little rough. But overall, I definitely do think the blur community can improve. It's just it starts. I would say it definitely starts with um, the higher tiered cosplayers, because these are cosplayers that get a lot of attention, a lot of range, a lot of reach, a lot of followers, a lot of eyes looking at them. So I feel like if they were to address these issues, then they can use that platform to kind of get the message out a lot better compared to people that struggle, that don't have the huge fan base like me and a whole lot of other underrated cosplayers. It definitely starts at the top tier, because I feel like they can get their word out a lot faster, a lot quicker than some of us. But yeah, definitely gotta work on the attitude. You have the entitlement, all of that. Gotta work on that. Gotta get rid of that. And yeah, we just gotta learn to come together as one big family. Like there is no it should not have to feel like a huge popularity contest. It really shouldn't. And I use that term a lot because that's really how it feels right now. It feels like a huge popularity contest, and it's making other underrated lower tier cosplayers like me and some others feel burnt out from this. That burnout is real. We get real burnt out from this. Like we try to put all our blood, sweat, and tears into these cosplayers, and I mean into these cosplays, with building and crafting, and then you got Miss Goddess over here who did a swimsuit version and gets a billion views, and we're over here building a real thing, and we got like 2 views. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh boy, but that's my take on it. And the final question is, what would you say to someone who currently identifies as a blerd? I would say, first and foremost, have fun. I can't stress this enough. Have fun. You gotta have fun. Another one is don't let the, and I feel like Instagram's algorithm kind of plays a part in this too. Um, but yeah, don't let the numbers, the algorithm, all of that discourage you, because it happened to me. I know it happened to a lot of cosplayers, and it makes us feel burnt out. It makes us feel like we don't want to do this again because we're not gonna get a fair amount of love. Like it doesn't feel fair. It's not a fair fight trying to compete with those other higher tiered cosplayers. So I would say just be yourself, have fun, make yourself proud. Regardless if you get 2 views or 20 views, at least somebody's seen it. That's how I see it. At least somebody's seen it. Maybe you're not gonna get that 20,000, or maybe you're not gonna go viral. But if you do, awesome. And if you are one of those cosplayers that do reach top tier goddess level, cool. But just, it's one of those things like, if you reach that, cool, nothing wrong with that. But just don't have the entitled attitude of it. Don't be an entitled prick. Don't be an entitled goddess type vibe. But yeah, that pretty much. I would let that Blerd know, like, if you have any questions, definitely ask questions. Definitely fit in where you fit in. I would say fit in where you fit in, because you never know who you might meet, never know who you might run into. That might be your best friend for life. That might be your best that person could be your bestie. You might run into that person at a convention. You never know. So I would say yep, meet new Blerds, ask questions, have fun, definitely. And don't let the numbers and the don't let the numbers game discourage you, because it really, really can. It can hurt. It can hurt. It can discourage. It can make you feel like you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not talented enough to reach those numbers. And it's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of women that I've came across in the Blerd community, and it's sad. It really is. It's heartbreaking. It can hurt you. It's hurting me. So I just want to let them know that, just at least as long as somebody sees it, that's all that matters. But overall, one day you will get up there. It may take some time, or it may not happen at all. But either way, just go out there, have fun, break that mold, show your creativity, show people what you got, show people what you can do, and you never know. So yep, that's all I got to say. Be positive. Um, if there's any issues, like if there's any bullying going on, which does happen in the Blerd community, there's Blerds that bully other Blerds. Yeah, speak up, let that be known. Address the issue, point them out. Yes, definitely. Um, we should definitely come to the rescue, especially in that aspect. Especially Blerd, bullying other Blerd. Like what? Like, no, we're supposed to be family here. But it does happen. It does happen. So, but yeah, that's what I would say to someone who currently identifies as a Blerd. Welcome to the family. We welcome you with open arms. Ask questions, have fun, and don't let social media and the dark side of it, get you down or discourage you. You are enough. Yes, you are. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are bold. You are talented. Yes, you are. So, all right. So that is my 10 questions that have been brought to my attention about the Blerd community. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, my name is JBass11711, and I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.